Welcome students. In this video, we are going to learn for finding inverse Z transform by using various methods. First, we will see that introduction of inverse Z transform. Inverse Z transform is a process for determining the sequence which generates given Z transform. Already we know that if capital F of Z is a Z transform of the sequence F of n. Inverse Z transform is the reverse process of Z transform. Then sequence f of n is called the inverse Z transform of function f of z. The operator for inverse Z transform is capital Z power minus 1. That is, if Z transform of f of n equal to f of z, that Z inverse of f of z equal to sequence f of n. Though we have many methods to find inverse Z transform, the following three methods have given in Anna University syllabus. The first one, partial fraction method. Next, residue method. It is also called as inverse integral method. Third one, convolution method. Different methods of finding inverse Z transform of a function f of z will give different types of mathematical expression. But after evaluating the expressions for each value of n, we may get the same sequence. To find inverse Z transform of a function, given function of Z, we need the following result. In previous videos, we have studied about Z transform of elementary function. Here, to find inverse Z transform of elementary functions. Already we know that inverse Z transform is a reverse process of Z transform. Therefore, to get inverse Z transform of elementary function from Z transform of elementary function, we know that Z transform of elementary function a power n gives Z by Z minus a. To find Z inverse of Z by Z minus a gives a power n. Z transform of n is Z by Z minus 1 the whole squared. We get Z inverse of Z by Z minus 1 the whole squared is n. Z transform of n a power n equal to a z by z minus a the whole squared. To find Z inverse of a z by z minus a the whole squared is the sequence n a power n. Z transform of n a power n minus 1 equal to z by z minus a the whole squared. We get Z inverse of z by z minus a the whole squared is n a power n minus 1. We know that Z transform of the sequence n minus 1 a power n minus 1 gives a divided by z minus a the whole squared. To find Z inverse of a by z minus a the whole squared is n minus 1 into a power n minus 1. Z transform of a power n minus 1 equal to 1 divided by z minus a. Z inverse of 1 divided by z minus a, we get a power n minus 1. Z transform of a power n sin n pi by 2 equal to a z by z squared plus a squared. We get Z inverse of a z by z squared plus a squared is a power n sin n pi by 2. Similarly, Z transform of a power n cos n pi by 2 equal to z squared by z squared plus a squared. We get Z inverse of z squared by z squared plus a squared is a power n cos n pi by 2. So these formulas are very important to find inverse Z transform of a given function of Z. We will now proceed to find inverse Z transform with the help of partial fraction method. Here the given function f of z is resolved into partial fractions and the inverse Z transform can be taken directly. This method is very easy to find inverse Z transform because there are three steps to work to find the desired solution. If Z inverse of f of z is given, consider f of z by z and then apply partial fraction. It is convenient to write f of z by z and then split into partial fraction because most of the formulas for inverse Z transform z exist in the numerator. Therefore, to write f of z by z and then split into partial fraction. Otherwise, we consider f of z to split into partial fraction directly. After After partial fraction method, take to z inverse to right hand side, then apply on both sides. To apply formula for inverse z transform of elementary functions, we get the desired solution. Next, how to split into partial fraction. 1 divided by az plus b cz plus d. The degree of denominator is 2. There are two arbitrary constants exist, say capital A and capital B. And also these two factors are linear factors. Therefore, to split into partial fraction is capital A divided by AZ plus B plus capital B divided by CZ plus D. 1 divided by az squared plus bz plus c. This factor is not factorized to split into partial fraction this form. The degree of denominator is 2. There are two arbitrary constants exist, say capital A and capital B. This factor is a quadratic factor, but it's not a factorized form. Therefore, az plus b divided by az squared plus bz plus c. 1 divided by az plus b the whole cube. Here the degree of denominator is 3. There are three arbitrary constants exist, say capital A, capital B, capital C. And also the factor is linear but order 3. So to split in the partial fraction is capital A by az plus b one term and capital B by az plus b the whole squared one term, and last one capital C divided by az plus b the whole cube. Next we see that one problem. Find z inverse of z squared by z plus 2 into z squared plus 4 by the method of partial fraction. This function f of z is not a elementary function. To break this function f of z for a elementary function, therefore by applying partial fraction method, let f of z equal to z squared by z plus 2 into z squared plus 4. Already we know that it is convenient to write f of z by z because most of the formulas for inverse z transform z exist in the numerator. Here we can take out z to numerator. Therefore, you write f of z by z equal to z divided by z plus 2 into z squared plus 4. Here the degree of denominator is 3 and the degree of numerator is 1. First we check that before split into partial fractioning, first we check that the given fraction is a proper fraction or improper fraction. Already we know that proper fraction degree of numerator is strictly less than degree of denominator. In this problem the given fraction is a proper fraction. Therefore to split into partial fraction directly. So the degree of denominator is 3. There are three arbitrary constants exist, say capital A, capital B and capital C. The first factor is linear factor. To split in this form capital A divided by z plus 2. The second factor is quadratic form. Therefore to split in this form bz plus c divided by z squared plus 4. So next to find the arbitrary constant ABC value. Therefore taking LCM on right hand side, z plus 2 into z squared plus 4 is z plus 2 into z squared plus 4, a into z squared plus 4 plus bz plus c into z plus 2. Both sides the denominator terms are same, therefore cancelled it. We get z equal to a into z squared plus 4 plus bz plus c into z plus 2. Put z equal to minus 2, we get minus 2 equal to 8a. This term cancelled. We get a equal to minus 1 by 4. Next to put z equal to 0, b cancelled, we get a and c. To substitute the value for a equal to minus 1 by 4, we get c. Therefore c equal to 1 by 2. So B is the coefficient of z squared. So equating the coefficient of z squared on both sides. In left hand side, coefficient of z squared is not here. Therefore, coefficient of z squared is 0 in left hand side. And right side is A and also B. So A plus B. So 0 equal to A plus B. So that is B equal to minus A. The value for A is minus 1 by 4. We get B equal to 1 by 4. So substitute the value of A, B and C in second equation. We get here A equal to minus 1 by 4. B is plus 1 by 4 and C is 1 by 2. So we get z by z plus 2 into z squared plus 4 equal to minus 1 by 4 z plus 2 plus 1 by 4 z plus 1 by 2 divided by z squared plus 4. Next, to separate these two terms, we get minus 1 by 4 1 divided by z plus 2 plus 1 by 4. Numerator is z only. To separate the terms of 2, z squared plus 4 plus 1 by 2 into 1 divided by z squared plus 4. In left hand side, this is f of z by z. So f of z by z is this equation. So next, to move z to right hand side in each term, we get f of z equal to minus 1 by 4 z divided by z plus 2 plus 1 by 4 z squared divided by z squared plus 4 plus 1 by 2 z divided by z squared plus 4. Taking inverse on both sides, we get z inverse of f of z equal to minus 1 by 4 z inverse of z by z plus 2 plus 1 by 4 z inverse of z squared by z squared plus 4 plus 1 by 2 z inverse of z by z squared plus 4. So these three functions are elementary functions. Therefore, to apply inverse z transform of elementary function formula, we get minus 1 by 4. So, which is the z inverse of z by z minus a formula. Here a equal to minus 2. We get minus 2 the whole power n. Already we know that inverse z transform of z squared by z squared plus a squared is a power n cos n pi by 2. Here a is 2, we get 2 power n cos n pi by 2. Already we know that one formula for inverse z transform is z inverse of a z by z squared plus a squared. But a is not here. Therefore, multiply and divide by a. Here a is 2. So, multiply and divide by 2 this term. We get 1 by 4 into z inverse of 2z divided by z squared plus 2 squared gives a power n sin n pi by 2. Here a is 2, we get 2 power n sin n pi by 2. So, which is the f of n. So, z inverse of z divided by z plus 2 z squared plus 4 gives this sequence minus 1 by 4 minus 2 the whole power n plus 1 by 4 2 power n cos n pi by 2 plus 1 by 4 2 power n sin n pi by 2. Next, we are going to solve another problem. Find z inverse of z minus 4 by z squared plus 5z plus 6 by using partial fraction method. Inside the inverse z transform, let it be f of z. Here f of z is z minus 4 by z squared plus 5z plus 6. But this function is not an elementary function. To convert this function to elementary function with the help of partial fraction method. Let f of z equal to z minus 4 by z squared plus 5z plus 6. In denominator, quadratic factor is exist, but this quadratic factor is to be factorized. Therefore, factorization of this factor is z plus 2 into z plus 3. In previous problems, we can take z in the numerator. So, we consider f of z by z and then split into partial fraction fraction method, but we cannot taken out z in the numerator, so we consider f of z only. We have to split in partial fraction directly. Before applying partial fraction method, the given function is proper or improper. Here degree of numerator is 1 and degree of denominator is 2. Therefore, the degree of numerator is strictly less than degree of denominator. Therefore, the given function f of z is satisfied by proper fraction. So, we can apply partial fraction method to find inverse z transform of given function f of z. Here the degree of denominator is 2. There are two arbitrary constant exists, say capital A and capital B, and also these two factor is linear. Therefore, to split in partial fraction is capital A by z plus 2 plus capital B by z plus 3. Next, to find the value of arbitrary constant A and B. So, taking LCM on right hand side, z plus 2 into z plus 3, we get A into z plus 3 plus b into z plus 2 divided by z plus 2 into z plus 3. On both sides, the denominator term is equal. Therefore, cancelled it. We get z minus 4 equal to a into z plus 3 plus b into z plus 2. Here, substitute the value of z. We get the value of arbitrary constant a and b. Put z equal to minus 2. B cancelled. We get the value of a. Put z equal to minus 3, a cancelled, we get the value of b. So put z equal to minus 2, we get a equal to minus 6, z equal to minus 3, we get b equal to 7. Substitute the value of a and b in second equation. We get z minus 4 by z plus 2 into z plus 3 equal to minus 6 by z plus 2 plus 7 divided by z plus 3. So substitute these values in first equation. We get f of z equal to minus 6 by z plus 2 plus 7 by z plus 3. Taking inverse z transform on both sides, we get z inverse of f of z equal to z inverse of minus 6 by z plus 2 plus 7 by z plus 3. Already we know that z inverse is satisfied by linear property. Therefore, you write two terms of z inverse. Minus 6 into z inverse of 1 by z plus 2 plus 7 into z inverse of 1 divided by z plus 3. So here 1 by z plus 2 is an elementary function. Therefore, to apply the inverse formula for directly, we know that z inverse of 1 by z minus a is a power n minus 1. Here a is minus 2. Therefore, we get minus 6 into minus 2 the whole power n minus 1 plus 7 into this function is also an elementary function. Already we know that is that inverse of 1 by z minus a is a power n minus 1. Here a is minus 3. We get 7 into minus 3 the whole power n minus 1 provided n is greater than or equal to 1. Therefore, to find z inverse of the given function f of z gives one sequence minus 6 into minus 2 the whole power n minus 1 plus 7 into minus 3 the whole power n minus 1. N is greater than or equal to 1. The previous two problems we consider it is convenient to write f of z as f of z by z. It is not convenient. We write f of z and then split into partial fraction. In the above problem, the given function is an improper fraction. Improper fraction, the definition of improper fraction is the degree of numerator is greater than or equal to degree of denominator. Therefore, the given function is improper function. First, we convert the improper function to proper function. There are two options. The first one is we can taken out z in the numerator and then that z move to left hand side. The second option is divide numerator by denominator to reduce the degree of numerator. The given fraction is proper fraction, and then we apply the partial fraction method. So here in f of z, the degree of both numerator and denominator equal. Hence, to split f of z into partial fraction, we should divide f of z till we get the degree of numerator is less than degree of denominator. Find z inverse of z into z squared minus z plus 2 divided by z plus 1 into z minus 1 the whole squared by using method of partial fraction. This function is not an elementary function. Therefore, to convert this function to elementary function with the help of partial fraction method, the inside the inverse z transform, let it be f of z. Let f of z equal to z into z squared minus z plus 2 by z plus 1 into z minus 1 the whole squared. Before applying the partial fraction, first we have to check that the given function is proper fraction or improper fraction. Here the degree of numerator is 3 and also the degree of denominator is 3. Therefore, degree of numerator is equal to degree of denominator. Therefore, the given function is improper function. So we have to convert this function to proper function, and we have to apply the first option. We can take z in the numerator and then move to left hand side. We get f of z by z equal to z squared minus z plus 2 divided by z plus 1 into z minus 1 the whole squared. In right hand side, the given fraction is proper fraction because the degree of denominator is 2 and the degree of denominator is 3. Therefore, the degree of denominator is strictly less than degree of, the degree of numerator is strictly less than degree of denominator. Therefore, the given fraction is a proper fraction. F of z by z is a proper fraction. So we can apply partial fraction method. In denominator, degree of denominator is 3. There are 3 arbitrary constant exist, say capital A, capital B, capital C, and also these 2 factors are linear factor. The first factor is z plus 1, but order is 1. Therefore, to split into partial fraction is capital A by z plus 1, and the second factor is also linear, but order is 2. Therefore, to split in partial fraction is 2 terms, that is b divided by z minus 1 is 1 term, and also c divided by z minus 1 the whole squared. Next, to find the value of arbitrary constant a, b, c. Taking LCM on right hand side, z plus 1, z minus 1, z minus 1 the whole squared can be written as z plus 1 into z minus 1 the whole squared. So a into z minus 1 the whole squared plus b into z plus 1 into z minus 1 plus c into z plus 1. On both sides, the terms of denominators are equal. So cancelled it, we get z squared minus z plus 2 equal to a into z minus 1 the whole squared plus b into z plus 1 into z minus 1 plus c into z plus 1. Put z equal to 1. We get a and b cancelled. We get the value of c. Put z equal to minus 1, b and c cancelled, we get the value of a. Put z equal to 0, we get in left hand side 2 and right side a minus b plus c. So solve this equation, we get b equal to 0. So substitute the values of a, b, c in second equation, we get z squared minus z plus 2 divided by z plus 1 into z minus 1 the whole squared is 1 divided by z plus 1 plus in place of b 0, 0 divided by z minus 1 plus 1 divided by z minus 1 the whole squared. In left hand side, this term can be written as f of z by z. So f of z by z equal to 1 by z plus 1. The term second term will become 0. So you write only third term 1 divided by z minus 1 the whole squared. To to convert f of z equal to z by z, to move z to right side, we in each term we get f of z equal to z by z plus 1 plus z by z minus 1 the whole square. Taking inverse z transform on both sides, we get z inverse of f of z equal to z inverse of z by z plus 1 plus z inverse of z by z minus 1 the whole squared. So z by z plus 1 is an elementary function. So this formula directly z inverse of z by z plus a can be written as z by z minus a can be written as a the whole power n. Here a is minus 1, we get minus 1 the whole power n, and also we know that z inverse of z by z minus a the whole squared is gives n. So z inverse of z into z square minus z plus 2 by z plus 1 into z minus 1 the whole square gives one sequence minus 1 the whole power n plus n. N is greater than or equal to 0. So try yourself. Find z inverse of 8z squared by 2z minus 1 into 4z minus 1. Here in denominator two factors are exist, but the first factor taking out the constant element 2 and taking out the constant element 4 in second factor, we get 2 into 4 cancelled, 8, 2 and 4 cancelled, we get z inverse of z squared by z minus 1 by 2 z minus 1 by 4, and then to split into partial fraction. The second question, find z inverse of z minus 4 by z minus 1 into z minus 2 the whole squared. The third one, find z inverse of 4z squared 4z squared minus 2z divided by z cube minus 5z squared plus 8z minus 4. So before applying partial fraction method, first we have to check the given function is proper fraction or improper fraction. The given function is proper fraction, we have to apply partial fraction directly. Otherwise, first we have to convert the given function function to proper fraction. Okay.